Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Sims 4 Covenant Legacy Challenge. My name is Rana the Simmer, and this is Season 3, Episode 7. After the betrothal of Orlin, Sunneth, and Saik, the prince would meet with El in their familiar spot. Here, Saik would profess his undying love to him, beckoning El to leave and run away with him. Saik didn't want to marry Orlin, or any woman for that matter. He had no taste for women. He would express to El how they could escape to Hollow, a kingdom known to accept same-sex marriages, and elope. El, however, was disgusted by the thought. His place was with Moira, and though he cared for Sig, he wasn't in love with him. He would deny Sig's advances, telling him to be strong. Gaia has a calling for you, he said, and your calling is to marry Orlin and mine Moira. El would walk away, leaving Sig to his own devices and feelings. However, after the betrothal of Orlin, Sunneth, and Saig, Queen Moira thought it was best if she took marriages into her own hands. With the overseeing of Queen Moira and her sister, the Mother Seer Princess Hestia, unions were made. Mistress Kate Dowell, daughter of Carissa Dowell, had married a fellow human of blonde hair, the two already expecting a child together. The Queen's Guard, Tris Freya, and Tris Clementine both married. Freya to Douglas Crescent, the former husband to Mistress Clarabella, and Clementine to Julian Magana, a former husband to High Lady Luna. The Queen would also arrange betrothals, betrothing her cousin, the Lady Knight, Princess Amelia, to Sir Capheus, an angel of her Queen's Guard. Her sister, Princess Hera, to Master Fenris Bennett, High Lady Mara to Master Frey Bennett, Royal Lady Thea to Prince Hephaestus, and Mistress Kadira to Master Aili Tarth. But just as those unions were made, the seasoned High Lady Clara would also get a union. She would marry Luca Sunneth, the former husband to Mother Seer Nadine, and the son to her rival Giselle Sunneth. Many questioned Clara's appearance and why she looks younger than her age, for she was around when Luca was just a babe. No one doubts the fact that she was the youngest of the witches from Sirius, but the fear of immortality reigned true about her age, especially since many from her generation are gone and dead. People more often ignored the fact that she appeared to age slowly, but Moira herself started to notice. However, at Elodie Castle, Jaleesa had good news for the Queen. Her spell came to light and created the cure the Queen been waiting for. When Moira got word of this, she immediately went to her Lady Alchemist. It was a great day in Sirius. Moira now knew that potentially she would get rid of this curse. With careful instructions, the Queen would drink the cure. Moira would feel a burning sensation within her body, a darkness uplifting from her body. The Queen floated as she felt the sickness that she had since birth leave her body. Jaleesa looked in shock. She didn't know her spell would work, but she saw it before her eyes. Moira was vampire no more. So guys, sorry about the long intro to the episode, but here we are at 9 p.m. at night. Yes, we are kind of starting this a little late because there was so much going on during the day. Of course, as you guys seen in the beginning of the episode, so the day has went by. But the Queen, guys, she has called her court in here. Not everybody in court, but her main court, and of course her Queen's Guard is here protecting her as she is sitting on the throne. We have over here Tris Clementine Millar, Capheus, Sir Capheus, of course Tris Persephone, what's her last name? Vabal. Vabal, that's her last name. And then we have over here Freya Sycamore, and of course Tristan, and of course Czar. So her Queen's Guard is definitely protecting her right now. I thought it was high time that we took them out of hiding for a little bit. I might keep them in the castle for like an episode or two. And bring them back over to the barracks when we are done. But yes, the Queen has called a council meeting. Not a council meeting, but a throne room meeting. She's called most of her court here, and all of the people that are in the main household. They are here. And she, of course, has her little girl, her darling daughter, Orlin, sitting beside her, looking at her mother as she sits on the throne. Oh, isn't that so cute, guys? And of course, we have our lady hand here, Celestia, the princess here, and of course Jaleesa, our lady alchemist. Now, usually the alchemist would not be up here with the queen, but the queen wanted to give Jaleesa an honorary. She wanted her to stand here next to her for a little bit because the queen is announcing to everyone that she is free, guys. She is free of her ailment, and the court probably would be like, oh, what ailment are you talking about, your majesty? There's nothing wrong with you. You're healthy as an ox, unless you've been keeping a sickness away from us. But the queen would remark, no. She would tell her court that she is no longer a vampire, that the demonic blood that controlled her is no longer within her. Um, and she would say that the person who helped her get to this point is, of course, Jaleesa. She would go ahead and hug Jaleesa and congratulate her on basically, guys, curing her of this curse that she so badly wanted to get rid of. So she's gonna go ahead and hug her lady alchemist and thank her in front of the whole court. Look at Hera; she's such in shock right now. She's like, "My sister is no longer a vampire." But I'm pretty sure the court is quite happy about the news, guys, because now they have a pure witch queen. She may not look the part, but she's definitely a pure witch, guys. She no longer has her vampiric speed, and hopefully now, with her becoming a vampire, she will start to. I mean, with her losing her vampiric genes, she will start to age, which is something that Moira has been grappling with for a while. She has, in the back of her mind, she was very worried about the fact that she may never get to grow old and die, and she may get to see her children grow old or the ladies around her grow old. She was in fear of basically becoming an immortal woman, but that is no longer, guys, because Moira is hopefully going to start aging now that she is a mortal. Granted, she's not a regular mortal, but hopefully a mortal that ages, of course. But yes, I'm pretty sure the court is very much in shock because they have, I think, truth be told, Odino Court has gotten used to the fact that their queen, their witch queen, is a half vampire. They've gotten used to their queen being a half breed, essentially. Where is Saik going? Saik, did Saik just leave, guys? Why are you leaving? He's going over there to talk to one of the messenger crows. Okay, come back over here. The queen is having a throne room meeting. She's over here joking with the queen. But let's get her to come back right here. I'm pretty sure not only is the queen thanking Jaleesa for this news, guys, I'm pretty sure she's also thanking Gaia, because I feel like she feels as if Gaia is working through Jaleesa right now, and I am almost certain that Jaleesa definitely has the ear of Queen Moira now. Now that she's gotten this cure for Queen Moira, she's basically taken this thing that she's grappled with her whole life away from Moira. I think she feels so relieved by this. Now, granted, she has not lost her vampire teeth because that's a part of her genetics, so I'm going to allow her to keep that. But she did. She's no longer a vampire. That's the important thing. Um, and I'm pretty sure she's in talks right now with Jaleesa making cures, of one day making cures for her daughter and her son Prince Pluto, and of course the princess Orlin and heir. So yeah, this is so many good things right now, guys. But the queen is also making the announcement with her one of her concubines standing right in here. Um, she's going to announce to everybody that she plans on getting pregnant again, that she plans on trying to have another heiress to the throne. And tonight will be the night that she's going to lay with one of her consorts. She thinks it is high time now that this sickness has left her body, and she's going to try to go ahead and have her next child. So the queen is very much, oh my god, guys, their relationship has gone up so much because they just earlier today, their relationship was like, it was starting with where the mouse is right now. It was at this level, but now it's going all the way up. I guess the queen is very happy with Jaleesa's with her drive and the things she's done. Um But Freya, guys, she's almost ready to give birth. I think she's gonna give birth tomorrow at 9 p.m. I did pause her pregnancy for this particular scene that I was doing right here. So she's gonna have her child tomorrow instead of today. It was supposed to be today, but I paused it. And in doing so, I looked at what she's having, guys, and she's having twin girls, which I'm excited about because I this is exactly what I wanted for Persephone. I wanted her to at least have one daughter, that would one day basically become a high lady, and she's not only getting one daughter, but two. So one will become a high lady, and the other a Queen's Guard member. Because we will still have to have the Vabals on the Queen's Guard, but maybe another family of the Vabals in basically high court, and having land of their own, of course. So, yes, that's all good things. And as you all also saw, a lot of the ladies did get married off screen, guys. The queen, she thought that. Okay, I'm essentially, guys, tell you what happened. So, yesterday's episode, Jaleesa, of course, she is technically the spy master to Queen Moira. The Lady Alchemist position is really the court physician position. But of course, I think starting with Lady Clara is when I started to kind of infiltrate the alchemist position as like a spy master position as well. But we never really had an official spy master, which could change in the future. But the queen has been basically using Jaleesa as her eyes and ears throughout the queendom, um, since she's basically took reign as the official regnant instead of being under a regency. But she she's a very, I don't think that Moira is paranoid, but she's very cautious is what I'm going to say, and she wants to make sure there's eyes and ears around her queendom, especially because there was an uprising against her in the beginning of her reign, with her sister Arwen. So she's been basically using Jaleesa as her eyes and ears. And Jaleesa, though you cannot see it, guys, because I don't have the energy for that, but she does have little servants around here that are getting information. And one particular conversation that she was, of course, listening into was Thea's conversation. And her servants and her spy masters, her spies came back to Jaleesa, and of course, Jaleesa went back to the queen, and she essentially told Jaleesa, after the betrothal of Saik and Orlin happened, she told the queen that essentially Theo was also after the same prince. They wanted to basically, she's kind of throwing the Crescents under the bus a little bit, trying to say that they wanted to marry Saik, to make their family more powerful, is what she overheard Marcella and Thea talking about, which isn't technically true. That's really Jaleesa's own ambitions of why she wanted to marry Saig off to Orlin. Really and truly, I feel like um, Thea and Marcella wanted to marry Saig to Thea was because they just wanted to, of course, gain more power, but they just thought it was the most logical thing to get in closer with Orlin. I feel like Jaleesa was more so after power than the Crescents were, but that's besides the point. The Queen noticed that this is what's going on, that they were after basically one of Celestia's sons, and the Queen, I think she kind of got scared about that idea, like the fact that her ladies, especially women of the royal bloodline, like Thea and Orlin, are kind of going after the same man. And it kind of struck a fear within her heart. Like, you know, she's not saying that her cousins would usurp her, but it's definitely a possibility. And she wants control. And so the queen stepped in with her sister Hestia, and she basically told the queendom that she would arrange their marriages for them, and she went ahead and not gathered everyone around, but she essentially betrothed people off to one another. She arranged quick marriages and things of that nature, and she married certain members of different families off into other ones, like specifically Jaleesa's brother Luca Sunneth, marrying um, the very seasoned Lady Clara, which is very interesting. Luca has already had a very prestigious life by marrying the previous mother, Sarah Lady Nadine, being a Lord Father and having three sons. Of course, the Bennett bloodline will die out with his sons, but with him marrying Nadine, he's of course no longer uh, he no longer has a wife because she was executed for treason, and the queen thought it would the best way to basically um, keep the sonnets in line, or make them more trustworthy, and basically uh, essentially placate the Bennett traitors, because Luca is technically a Bennett by marriage, but she wants to basically try to placate the Bennett traitors, and so she decided to marry Lord Luca off to Lady Clara. Hi, Lady Clara. A very seasoned woman, a very old woman, but she still looks young. Um, and of course, this was his arrival. The Maganas, as we all know, are a very loyal family to the Odinas, and so she decided to go ahead and marry Luca into the Magana family, but of course to the High Lady, not to the next High Lady, which will be Kadira Magana, Mistress Kadira Magana. And with Luca's sons, of course, Figaro will marry her sister Hestia, which could be a problem in the future depending on what ways Hestia tends to go, and she betrothed Frey off to Kadira, which is another, of course, Odina loyalist, and of course, she's betrothing her sister Hera off to Fenris. So she is marrying the Bennett traders back within the royal family and into Odina loyalist families to make sure that she can one. Hera's gonna be at court, so she's gonna keep a close eye on Fenris and her. And on top of Hera being at court, she also has Frey marrying into the Magana family once he does marry Kadira. So that was part of the reason why there was like a mass betrothal with ladies and lords getting married and betrothed to one another, because the queen is in a state of trying to make sure that she's keeping an eye on her queendom, and she does not want to go. She doesn't want any stone left unturned, even with her queen's guard. In many Queen's Guard, they tend to not get married, but in this Queen's Guard, they do have marriages, and they are a very purified bloodline. They must marry. The Queen's Guard either must marry other witches or angels to basically increase their own numbers. And as we all know, one of the Queen's Guard is already a concubine. Another one is betrothed off. Well, two of them are actually betrothed off to princesses. So, um, Tristan is betrothed off to Nara, and Capheus is betrothed off to Amelia. And then we have Tris Clementine and Freya, who have married former husbands to other ladies of the queendom, and Persephone, who has also married a former husband, well, actually a former concubine to a queen. So the queen is making moves, and she's intending to keep her queendom strong and under a watchful eye of her. I'm hoping in the future that one day I will make another position, and it will probably end up being the spy master position, because we definitely need it. But anyway, guys, the queen is getting up, so I do think that the session is closed. And what we're gonna go ahead and do is get our queen prepared, essentially, guys, to go ahead and figure out who's going to be her next baby's father. So I see you guys at the harem. Okay, guys, so here we are at the harem, and the queen is about to know who is about to get selected to be her next consort tonight. Elena is, of course, as the mistress of the harem, the head of the harem. She's going to be the one to decide who's going to be basically sent into the queen's chambers, or into the breeding room, I like to say. So as we all know, guys, well, you may not remember, the numbers go from 1 through 12. So 1 through 2 will be Czar, 3 through 4 will be Samir, 5 through 6 El, 7 through 8 Kailis, 9 through 10 Heron, and 11 through 12 Caleb. So I'm gonna see you guys at the dice, and when I come back, we're gonna get it set up to see who is going to be the one selected to be her concubine for the night. Okay, guys, so here we are at the dice. I'm going to go ahead and get the 12-sided die out. As we all know, we're going to be rolling to see who's going to be the concubine. who's going to be the father of Queen Moira's next child. So one of her concubines are going to get selected. But might I add, guys, I am very nervous because I do want Elle to be the next father to her child. So, I'm gonna give it to the count of three, of course. One, two, three. Oh, okay, guys. So it looks like Elle will not get the chance to essentially become the next father, but Samir does, which is very interesting. I'm so sad for Elle. I'm tempted to go back and reroll, but I can't. I gotta stick to my rules. Um, but yeah, it looks like Samira will be the next father to her child. I mean, that's if she gets pregnant. But this is very interesting because Jaleesa is very much on top right now, guys. Huh. Let's get back to the castle, shall we? So, guys, here we are. The queen is getting Laura Samira into the bed. Do want to add, guys, he is still a teenager, so he's gonna be a young father. That's if he gets Moira pregnant. But yes, it'll be interesting. Now, I do find this very interesting, guys, because of the situation that just happened with Jaleesa. Maybe, as we all know, High Lady Jaleesa is somewhat of a spy master for Queen Moira. So maybe Moira kind of paid Mistress Elaine a visit and basically requested for her to basically put Samir in her way, because it's kind of ironic that essentially right after all of this good stuff just happened with Jaleesa, she got in the betrothal with Sayek, and now she's gotten the queen a cure. She's also now getting her son into bed with Queen Moira, which is very, very interesting. And I don't think it's just a coincidence that that is happening. I mean, you guys can also give me your thoughts on maybe Elaine just feels as if this is time for Samira to basically lay with the queen. Maybe that's just how she feels right now. But yes, Samir is going ahead and getting that third child in with the queen. Confused, why are you inside your everyday wear? That was an odd thing to do. Thank you. I wonder if she's going to end up pregnant is the question. Um, but yes, we do have the lords. Well, not the lords, but the princes and the masters and the lords, and of course, one in particular, Sir Czar. He's the only Sir here because he's a part of the Queen's Guard, but he is right now watching as his wife, not his wife. I keep wanting to call him husband and wife because they just feel like it just feels right when I say that, but as his favorite, his concubine, well, not his concubine, but his favorite woman, the queen's favorite, her concubine, Czar, he's watching as she's basically laying with another man. I'm pretty sure his heart is broken twice over because, of course, he is not the one sleeping with Moira again. It's another one of her concubines. Now that has happened, though, we're gonna get the queen to go ahead and leave the chambers, come over here and take a pregnancy test and maybe even a shower once she gets done taking a pregnancy test, because we are about to see whether or not our queen ends up pregnant or not. So come on, Moira. Oh my god, I forgot. Why didn't Heron come up in here and sit? So he just purposely sat here the whole time. Anyway, I did tell him to go up in there. I guess the game probably didn't it probably didn't recognize it. But yes, guys, tell me what you guys think. Now, if she doesn't end up getting pregnant, guys, we're just gonna have to wait another 24 hours again, which I would not be opposed to, because then I would give basically Elle another chance to try to get. Oh my god, you guys, this is the first time that this has ever happened. Well, I'm not gonna say the first time. It happened with Queen Orlin. Um, but Samir lost his chance, guys. Um, he had the opportunity to get the queen pregnant and he failed, which means this is not going to be the end of this. By the end of this episode, we will get the queen to try for another child. But of course, Samir has failed in getting our queen pregnant. She's gonna go ahead and take a shower out of disappointment because she was hoping to conceive a child tonight. But of course, that did not happen with our queen. I'm pretty sure the males are happy right now with the news that Lord Samir here failed and getting Queen Moira pregnant. This is so interesting, guys. Which me, I wonder how Jaleesa would feel about her son failing in this regard. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head back over to our main household, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, guys. Hello. Currently, guys, we are at the high tournament or the tourney grounds, as I like to call it. This is literally the tourney grounds. I built this, and I think, actually, this is meant from like my vampire Amazon when I did it off screen. I used to have a vampire Amazon, but this is exactly what this is made for whenever they would challenge each other. But I just kind of translated it into the Covenant Legacy Challenge, and I re did the roof on here a little bit. But yes, this is where our ladies are going to have the high tournament at, guys. And basically, how I'm going to do it is I am going to go ahead and go from the I'm going to let essentially Thea and Jaleesa fight. So she's a lady stewardess, she's a lady alchemist. Whoever wins this fight, they will challenge basically one of the princesses down there. It'll keep going up the ranks until we get to, of course, High Lady, well, Princess Celestia. Um, then I'm pretty sure the Queen will be our last one. But we'll go through the princesses, then Celestia, then the Queen. Whoever wins these two, and of course we have the Queen's Guard surrounding the the foundation here, as they are protecting the ladies just in case if a bigger fight breaks out. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is, since Jaleesa is the elder, I'm gonna go ahead and get her to challenge Thea. Let's see if I can find it. Magical duel, and let's do a friendly. Ooh, wait. Okay, considering the tensions that are going on between Jaleesa and Thea right now, the fact that Thea, I think Thea, out of like anger, maybe maybe it might not be out of anger, but I feel like she definitely would have a heated duel with her because maybe she feels like Jaleesa took what was rightfully hers. Now that she's betrothed to Hephaestus, she's no longer betrothed, of course, to Saix. So we're gonna get the two. I'm gonna get the two of them to do a heated duel, but uh, I feel like it's gonna be on Thea's part as to why it'll be heated. So let's go ahead and get this started. Oh my god, we haven't had a high tournament since season 1, so this is fun. I need to really start working on their magical skills, guys, so that they can be very powerful witches, especially before the next council reappointment comes. So that'll be fun. Okay, let's see. Ooh, ooh. It looks like Jaleesa is going to win. I think she is a better witch than Thea. Oops. Oh yeah, she's a better witch than Thea. So, yeah. There we go, guys. Thea has lost. Yeah, she could be self assured. That seems about right. Now, since Nara came up here, I think she's going to be the first runner up. Well, should she be? Yeah, let's just make. Oh, she doesn't even have no magical skills. So she's definitely going to get put on her behind. But, it's always nice to go ahead and see what happens. She might surprise me. Let's go ahead and put Jaleesa here, and we're going to go ahead and get Nara to come right here. And Jaleesa this time is going to go ahead and do a duel, and I'm going to do a friendly duel because there's not really any tension between the two of them, really. How is her relationship with? Oh, it's not that bad. It's not even that bad, which is good. I didn't want it to go down too bad. But I do feel like Thea is definitely angry with Jaleesa right now. And Jaleesa definitely feels it. Okay. Everybody's coming in to get a good look. I'm pretty sure the queen is looking in on this fight. Okay, Nara. Ooh, all right. Boom. It is going to be dangerous for Jaleesa because her spellcaster charge is going to continue to go up. Oh, okay, a big fireball here. And of course, yeah, Nara did lose. Oh my god. She's a very powerful witch. What can you say? I think I'm gonna do Hera next, and then after Hera, we're gonna definitely put Amelia up here as she's a lady knight. So let's go ahead and get Hera to come up here. Now she's a better witch than Nara is. She's a neophyte because I have been working on her magical prowess a little bit. But we are gonna go ahead and get Jaleesa. Maybe instead of Jaleesa doing it this time because she was the winner last time, let's make it to where, of course, Hera has to be the one to ask her for a duel. Um, oh, look at some of the castles right here. You can see some of them. Okay, let's see. Now this is really going to prove Jaleesa's strength as a high lady and witch of Sirius, and I'm very curious to see why are you guys coming all the way over here. But I'm very curious to see how you know this will be perceived by the other ladies if she ends up winning the high tournament. Oh, okay, Hera, you are already doing good. Okay, she's a bit hungry though. Maybe after this, I might pull like something over here so they can grab them something to eat and they could just walk around a little bit. Before we head over to the queen getting pregnant again. Oh, Princess Hera did not succeed. I'm pretty sure Queen Moira would be a little bit disappointed in her younger sister and maybe would probably take her, maybe not take her right now, but in the future, she probably would try to train Hera in magic to make sure that her sister is better equipped for spell casting and magical duels. So after this, oh my god, her spellcaster charge is getting dangerously high. Let's get Hera, not Hera, but Jaleesa back up here, and then we're gonna get Amelia to come up here, and I'm gonna get the ladies to come back over here, including Hera, and I'm gonna get the queen to come sit back on her platform. Okay, go ahead. Usually I would have the lady hand sitting up here, but she's a part of, you know what, I might have her come sit here temporarily until it is her turn to go ahead and challenge Jaleesa, because I'm pretty sure she's going to win against um, Amelia. So go ahead, Amelia. Challenge her to a magical duel. Oh my gosh, she's really, really strong right now. So I don't think you're gonna win this, my love, but we can always try. All right. And they're about to leave the platform, which I don't want, but you know, hey, it's happening. All right. There go the angels coming down here to watch it. Capheus is keeping a watchful eye on his betrothed, Princess Amelia, because this is his betrothed, actually. Ooh, Jaleesa's a very strong witch, guys. Oh, goodness. Look at Capheus. He's very much a protection of Amelia right now. Come on, Amelia. Oh, no. I don't think she's going to win, guys. Yeah. I think it's going to definitely be Jaleesa here. Come on. Oh, wait. You guys. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so that's very surprising. That's very surprising. So Jaleesa was put on her ass by the Lady Knight, Lady Amelia, Princess Amelia Odina, which is very interesting. So I think after this, Jaleesa is definitely going to sit this one out. But now Amelia is in the lead. So I'm going to go ahead and get our Queen's Guard to come back up here on the platform, of course. But Amelia is going to stand right here in the victor spot. And the next person that will basically challenge Amelia will be her aunt, Princess Celestia. So let's get Celestia down here, shall we? This is interesting. I was not expecting Amelia to win, but she's a low power. She's not as a powerful witch as her the queen is, or even Celestia. Oh, Celestia, why are you outside of your athletic wear? But she's very much proving herself, and she knocked a very powerful witch off her behind. Oh my god, I love that actually, because I was not expecting Amelia to win against her. But since, of course, Amelia just won, I'm going to go ahead and get Celestia here to go ahead and do a to of course introduce the duel or start the duel. So come on, Celestia. It's time to prove your strength. Let's see if Princess Amelia can best you. And after this is going to be the queen, guys. Whoever wins against the queen is the winner. But I mean, if the queen wins against the winner, then it's definitely going to be the queen who wins the tournament. Okay, all right. It looks like they have a pretty even tie right now. Nothing's too much going on. All right. Oh, okay, okay. I thought it was gonna be Celestia, but let's see. Come on, Amelia. I kind of hope Amelia wins. You guys, this is crazy. Amelia is not even a powerful witch, but she is besting these seasoned witches. I think she has a lot of potential to become a very powerful witch. And I think the queen is definitely looking in the background, looking at her very powerful niece. I mean, she's not technically powerful, but I'm pretty sure perception is key. And if she looks powerful, then other people will think that she's also powerful. And I do definitely think that the queen is looking at her cousin Amelia here, the Princess Amelia. And she's going to come down here. We're going to get the queen to go ahead and get into her athletic wear. I think she's going to definitely congratulate her cousin here and hug her on besting the other ladies here. So let's go ahead and give her a loving hug here. So she's going to go ahead and congratulate her cousin Amelia, the Lady Knight. Um, she's gonna go ahead and congratulate her cousin, the Lady Knight, on besting these other ladies, and rightfully so. As a Lady Knight, she is the head of the Queen's Guard. She should be doing this. So I think the Queen is very proud of Amelia. But of course, she's gonna go ahead and challenge her younger cousin in a duel. So come on. This is the daughter of Deianira, guys. Remember, Deianira was a very powerful witch. So it makes all the more sense that her daughter, Amelia, is besting two very powerful witches like Jaleesa and Celestia. Okay, come on. Let's see, guys. Okay, at least one of the Queen's Guard is coming down here to watch over the fight, which is nice. Or not. She's looking from the back ends. Let's just get her to come over here. Um, Tristan is coming down here though. Okay, the queen is doing good so far. Oh, oh, and she. Okay, I want to take a picture of this, guys. She didn't. She did not let Amelia stand long. She did not let Amelia stand long at all. She bested. She bested her cousin. She is proving to everyone why she is the queen, of course. There we go. Oh, she's. Oh my god, poor Amelia. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna get a screenshot of that. So there we go. The queen is proving to everyone here that she is queen for a reason. Um, and that no one can take her place. Um, which is good, but I mean, she's very proud of Amelia because she very much bested the other ladies where they couldn't. So I think she's gonna give her a family kiss and congratulate her cousin here for even attempting to almost win this tournament. But the queen is the winner. Now, will she get a prize? I don't think so. But I definitely think she's going to be named a victor of this tournament. I did have something planned for basically one of the ladies, um, if they did win the tournament, but the queen wanted, and she already has all the riches she needs. So she is. I need to change this tiara on her athletic wear, but she's very grateful. And I think the court is very, very proud of the fact that the queen was the one who won the tournament instead of. I think Jaleesa's quite satisfied with that actually, considering that. So if she wasn't going to win it, she's happy that Moira at least won. Before I do go ahead and get this stuff to happen right here, I do want to show you guys Prince Pluto did age up into a toddler today. It was his birthday. I did it off screen, of course. He's an independent toddler. That's the trait he randomized. But this is how our handsome little prince looks. He was watching as his mother, of course, bested the ladies here. But isn't he adorable? Aww. Aww. I love the fact that they both have their mother's lighter skin, which I think is really cool. We don't really have like a lot of characters with lighter skin in the witches culture. Some of them do, some of them don't, but most of them do have brown skin, tan skin, caramel skin, or darker skin. Um, but there are a few exceptions like Clementine, Czar, um, Princess Hestia, uh, and Persephone. Well, Persephone has a more of a tanner skin, but there are a few people in the queendom with lighter skin. But definitely her children here, the Princess Aurelin and Prince Sig, definitely have that lighter skin of their mother, and more so Aurelin. Uh, but yes, they're very adorable, aren't they? The son of Lord Kylus and Queen Moira, Prince Pluto here. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the queen to go ahead and congratulate Amelia on trying. Um, and there we go. The queen is very happy about the outcome of this tournament. So anyway, guys, I am going to go ahead and cut here, and I'm going to go ahead and see you guys probably back around 5 a.m. when the queen goes ahead and tries for her third child once again. Because, of course, as we all know, we do have to wait 24 hours. Well, you know what? Before I do go, guys, I'm gonna just go ahead and talk a little bit because I do want to get one thing out before I go. And we basically teleport to what is happening with the queen. This might be a little lengthy of an episode, but I think that it'll all be worth it. um, I know everybody doesn't listen to everything I say in one episode, but it'll be nice to get this out so that you guys can go back and look at the episode and see what you may have missed. Oh my god, where is it? Where is the food platter? um but yeah, oh, here it is. So I'm going to get one of these out so that they can go ahead and eat. Now this is very interesting, guys, because the queen now, she has to eat, guys. So let's go ahead and serve all. She has to eat now. She's no longer a queen who's a vampire. So it's probably going to be very tasteful for her to like taste human food again. She hasn't tasted human food in a very long time because she hasn't needed it, and she's been surviving off of the blood of course, her consorts like Kylus and Czar, and more recently um, Prince L. But now she's gonna get her first taste of food in a very long time since she was like a kid, actually. So I'm pretty sure she's happy about this. Let's go ahead and get some of the ladies to grab them something to eat as well. I'm gonna get Celestia to grab her some roast chicken with the queen. Tris Persephone does not have to do that. Actually, I'm just gonna send the Queen's Guard home right now because they have to do emotional needs, and I can't do that for them unless they're in their fairy houses or taking from other people. But I don't want that to be a thing yet, so I'm gonna send them home for right now so they can take care of themselves. I'm gonna get the other ladies here to grab them something to eat. I'm gonna cheat her bladder need right now, so because we don't have a bathroom here. And I'm going to get the prince. Oh my god, guys, Sig is feverish, which means we have to go ahead and roll for his death. I'm going to do that in a quick second. So hopefully he doesn't pass away because that would be tragic. Um, and let's get you to eat as well. And Minerva, you have to pee, but let's get you to eat as well as you, Orlin. And Pluto, you're sleepy. Okay, I'm gonna just send you to daycare right now, sweetie. I'm gonna send both of you both to daycare. I'm gonna send both of you to daycare actually. So go to daycare. But I'm gonna be right back, guys, because I'm gonna go ahead and roll for our prince to see whether or not he essentially passes away from his illness. Okay, guys, so here we are at the dice. I'm gonna get the 20-sided die out. And of course, as we know, 10 and 20 is when our Sims die. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, 11. Jesus. So Sayek was very close to dying, but he did not. So 10 and 20, he rolled a 11. Okay, guys, so coming back, of course, to our queen here and, of course, the ladies. Um, One thing I do want to go ahead and say, guys, is that in the beginning of the episode, you guys did see me talk about Lady Clara and how she has married Luca Sunneth, who is now, of course, a Magana through marriage, because he's now married to Lady Clara. Um, but the thing is, guys, Lady Clara, I literally forgot about this. But I had to really think about it because I was looking at Clara's age the other day, and I was like, this is something's not adding up with her age. And so I really thought about it, and then I really remembered, like I remembered during the time when basically the war, not the war, but the rivalry with Giselle and um the rivalry with Giselle and Audra happened. Um the person that kind of became the leader of basically exposing Giselle became essentially Clara and Dianira. More so Clara in the beginning, at least. And I remember during that time period, the ladies, I was very much scared about the fact that Clara would age up and die. And I do remember that Clara ended up taking a potion of, I think, immortality, because she ended up experimenting and getting one of the potions. And I was like, huh. So I do remember Clarabella, not Clarabella, but Clara actually drinking a potion of immortality, and she did it as precaution, basically to stay alive as long as she could, to ensure. I mean, I could be wrong. She could have taken a potion of rejuvenation, but I will go check. I'm gonna see if she's aging or not. She's currently pregnant right now, so she's her aging is paused. Um, but yeah, she is pregnant. She when she does give birth to her child, I will go back and I will go ahead and check to see whether or not she's she's been aging or not. But Moira has definitely been noticing that Clara is still pretty young. Her grandmother, she was of course the youngest of the ladies from Sirius, that of course of the witches that came from Sirius. She was the youngest one. And she married a much older man as well. But the part is that most of the women in her generation are long and dead. I think all of them are actually long and dead. I think all of the ladies of the first generation are dead, and Clara is still alive. So Moira, I think a lot of the ladies, they have paid no mind to it because Clara has been a fundamental woman and essentially um basically putting helping Moira be back on the throne, and stuff of that nature. I'm going to go ahead and care for self, care for self, care for self, care for self, care for self. Um okay, yeah. So yeah, Clara was one of the leading women who basically brought justice for Lady Audra. And then on top of it, she also brought justice for Queen Moira, helping her get back on the throne. I think she was for a short time even on Moira's council when the regency was going on. So a lot of people paid no mind to the fact that Clara has not been aging. And even for a time, I think Moira kind of knew, but she kind of brushed it off because Moira also had a secret of her own that she was not aging herself. So she noticed that about herself, and I think she also noticed that about Clara, but she didn't say anything about it, especially because there was a war going on. And I don't even, nobody really talks about it now, but I think it is definitely on Moira's mind, and she is very much not appreciating the fact that essentially Clara is assuming to stay young. And I do feel like it's going to become a problem later, and something that definitely is going to get talked about as the season progresses, especially with Clara, especially with now with Moira aging. So I just wanted to make that clear. Um, Now that Clara is married to Luca and she's having another child, um, things are going to start looking a bit odd. Because I'm pretty sure, guys, if I'm looking at it from just human ages, like from our ages, I would say that maybe it's been almost about 20 years since Orlin has died. Maybe not 20. I wouldn't say 20 years since Orlin has died from old age. I'm going to say more like 10 years. It's been almost 10 years since Orlin has died. And maybe like Clarabella is looking like she's maybe her age is like 60s, 70s, and she's still living. So it is kind of bizarre for essentially Clarabella to be still living. I'm so happy that somebody brought that to my attention, but I literally forgot all about that plot line that Clara, I keep wanting to call her daughter's name, but Clara actually took a potion of either immortality or rejuvenation, which either kept her at her same age or made her immortal or restarted her age. Because I know I did very much get her to take potions of rejuvenation, especially when she was giving them out to Lord Father Soren. So those, you know, the concept. I remember I've told you guys in the beginning. I think maybe during Queen Elodie's reign, or maybe even at the end of Queen Orlin's reign, that the witches do not look kindly upon immortality. They have the means to make themselves immortal, but they don't see it as pure. They think that growing old and going with Gaia and her angels is the more reasonable thing, as they believe that they are demigods along with the angels. They they want to leave this mortal plane when the time comes for them to leave, and so I always feel like that was like a wrestling thing with Moira when she really realized that she was like kind of a vampire and immortal. Like she would never get the goal with Gaia. But now she is, from what she believes. Um, but yeah, I think that is very much a no. Like it's not a law, but it is not looked kindly upon that basically people might keep themselves immortal or that the vampires are naturally immortal. Um, is kind of seen as an abomination. But people tend to look the other way when it comes to Clara because of how much of a help she's been. And maybe she needed to stay as young as possible for so long to make sure that the Odina dynasty would be safe and her own dynasty would be safe. But it is starting to become a problem. And no one is talking about it, but these are things that definitely Moira is thinking about. Oh my god, guys. Victor just sends a crow to Princess Minerva and he says, "Hey honey, it's dad. When are you coming to visit? I put all my love and effort into raising you. You can at least drop by once in a while to tell your old dad you love him, can't you?" So I do take this to mean that Victor wants to see his daughter. He wants her to come to Hollow. Um and he wants to just check in with her. You know, he hasn't seen his daughter in a while, and he technically is banished from the queendom of Sirius. He was here just a little bit ago, but he's not really supposed to be here. So maybe this the reason why he's telling Minerva to come to him is because he can't really come to Sirius on his own. He has to have basically royal permission. So yeah, guys. I think next episode we're gonna focus a little bit on Minerva and what's going on over there in Hollow. Okay, guys. So Lady Persephone, or I should say Tris Persephone, has gone into labor. She's about to have her twin girls. We have all of our ladies in the watching room, and her husband, Master Master Lamont. He's over here panicking. The elderly man. He's over here panicking about his wife's labor. But I'm not gonna waste any time because this episode I'm pretty sure is super duper long, which I do not like. But I have to make do with what I have. We're gonna go ahead and get Our Lady to give birth. What are you doing? Come sit down. This is a birthing session. You should not be up right now. I do have autonomy on off, so why are you up? Okay, Persephone, let's go. Let's give birth. Okay, I haven't even thought about what I'm gonna name these girls. I'm gonna get my randomizer out because I was gonna plan on naming them myself, but I'm gonna get my randomizer out for these girls. Oh my God, Celestia, 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 Celestia. Leave the child alone. He's perfectly fine. Look, 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 look. He's perfectly fine. Let him go to bed. Just let him go to bed. Let him go to bed, please. There's a birthing happening. There's a birth happening. Okay, so I'm gonna be right back, guys, as I go ahead and randomize these names. Okay, guys, so I randomized the name Irida, but I also kind of want a name to go along with her sister, so I decided to make another name for the other twin. So what I'm going to do is this is going to be a lady because this is a high lady. This child that is being born is actually going to be a high lady because this is what the queen has promised Persephone. So this is going to be Lady Indira. So that is the other name I decided. So this is Lady Indira Vabal, and then her sister is going to go ahead and be Tris Irida. So Tris Irida has been born. Thank you to whoever suggested the name Irida to me. It is a lovely name. So Irida Vabal has been born to Persephone Vabal. Tris Persephone, our queen's guard, who has had her twin daughters who are as pale as ice. Oh my God, that is funny. Um, I might adjust her skin tone because they have a brown skin father and a lighter skin mother. I don't know how this skin color came about. Maybe the skin color might adjust. We're gonna see when they get older. But yes, guys, twins have been born to the Lady Persephone, which means, guys, Princess Hera has a half sibling. Well, she already has half siblings. Um, Literally all of her siblings are half, but she now has basically two more siblings from her father Lamont. So that is very interesting to see happen. Yeah, Cyrus is dead. I was trying to see if there was like anybody else that the queen's concubines might have remarried off to, but no. So yes, Persephone has two sisters. One is a high lady, another one is going to be a future queen's guard who hopefully are angels. I'm hoping that these babies are angels, guys. So let's go ahead and put them down. So I'm not going to linger too long on this, guys, because of course there's a lot of things that happen in this episode. I am actually going to go ahead and, well, let's just go ahead and breastfeed Indira. We're going to go ahead and get Lamont to go ahead and cuddle his newborn daughter, the other daughter Indira, and we can go ahead and get Princess Hera to come over here and see her newborn sisters born from her father Lamont and Tris Persephone, which is so cute. I love that for her. She has two other siblings, two sisters actually. Celestia has been feeling lazy. I don't think this is her character, so I'm gonna say no. It's because she's sitting on this chair for a long amount of time. Okay, are you guys done? Okay, put Indira, put it, what, Irida down. Put Irida down, and you can go ahead and put Indira down. Now, I do find it interesting, guys. She does not have the strongest relationship with her daughter Irida compared to her daughter Indira, which is very interesting. Let's go ahead and get her to breastfeed Irida, and then I'm going to get the princess here to come cuddle her sister Indira. Come step to the side for your wife, Persephone. Okay, come over here and breastfeed Irida, and then you can come over here and cuddle your newborn sister Indira. I'm happy for Hestia. I mean, not Hestia, but Hera, because I kind of feel like Hera is low key the Deianira of this generation. She was the only sister to not have a full-blooded sister. And her father is not the most favorite concubines of Queen Elodie, so she kind of was in the back burner a lot, I feel. I'm hoping that as she gets older, she'll become more prominent, just as Celestia did. But yeah, she's not the most favorite sister, I would say, which I do find interesting. But she has been kept close to Queen when Arwen was queen for a very short time. She was kept close to Arwen, and she's now being kept close to Moira as like a watchful eye. Because Hera could one day in the future want to take her sister's throne, so she's kind of a threat, but also on top of being a threat, I do feel like Moira loves her, so she's keeping her very close. But she's I feel like a very lonesome person, and that is due to partly because she didn't really have strong bonds like her other sisters may have with their other siblings. Moira and Arwen were best friends, and I do feel like Hestia and Arwen kind of were. They weren't close, but they had a relationship. And Minerva is kind of growing up as Moira as her mother. Minerva is growing up with Moira as her mother. So and then Hera has always been the sister that just kind of been in the middle of everything. I do feel so. She doesn't really have a place amongst her sisters. She doesn't have land of her own. She's just a spare, which is kind of sad. But yeah, she now has two new sisters. One is a high lady, and another is a queen's guard, which I love. I love this for Hera. Okay, guys, so I'm back at the dice. Because I did forget that I had to roll to see whether or not Persephone would die from her childbirth. So of course it is 10 and 20, and if she dies, I think it is 10 and 20, right? Let me make sure. Yeah, so if we roll a 10 or a 20, then our sim dies from childbirth. So let's go ahead and get this started, shall we? Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Persephone did survive. Okay, guys, so we're back at the harem, and as we all know, we are going to go ahead and roll to see which one of Queen Moira's concubines will indeed get to be the father of her third-born child. So I will see you guys at the dice. Okay, so getting the 12-sided die out. As we all know, again, let me go back to my notes to be sure. Zara is 1 through 2. Samira is 3 through 4. Elle is 5 through 6. Kylus is 7 through 8. Heron is 9 through 10. And Caleb is 11 through 12. So let's go ahead and roll, guys. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. So, guys, Caleb is going to be the one that tries for a baby with Queen Moira, as he has 11 through 12, which is interesting. Oh my god, my favorite L is not getting in. Oh, that's fine. But this is very interesting. The queen just let go of her vampiric self, and now she's about to get in bed with another vampire. It's very interesting. I'll see you guys back at the castle. Okay, so Caleb and Moira are about to go ahead and try for a baby. Oh my god. I literally forgot about everybody coming sit over here. Let me lock the door so no one mistakenly walks in on Moira. So let's get them all over here. Let's get Zara here. Kylus here. Elle here. Samir and Heron. Now, I do find it interesting, guys, that Moira is about to lay with Caleb. I don't think that she's too keen on this right here, but in my head thinking on why maybe Elaine would have sent Caleb in is because she realizes that they do have an alliance with the Kingdom of Hollow. And in order to keep that alliance, the queen must at least try for a child at least once with Caleb, to ensure that basically Vlad is not. No. I told you guys to try for a baby. What are you doing? Don't woohoo. Try for a baby. Try for a baby, please. List. Oh my god. Try for a baby. try for a baby with Caleb. Anyway, because Caleb asked her to woohoo, but they need to try for a baby instead of woohooing. I do have risky woohoo on, but it's not going to be as definite, you know. But anyway, hopefully they will get their trying for baby on. But I feel like maybe Elaine sent Caleb in because she realizes that they still need to keep up with their alliance. um he is of course the brother to Queen Lilith, a nobleman from his own kingdom, sent here as a peace offering and of course an alliance tool for her and between her and Vlad. And so Moira is not too happy about this breeding, I don't think. Um, and but she realizes the political outcomes of this, so she must at least try for a child once with Caleb. Um, and I'm pretty sure that maybe Vlad is going to get word of this, which is probably going to be very good for him. And of course, the vampires over in Hollow, to know that their queen is about to get pregnant with another hybrid, because that's exactly what's gonna happen. She's already in talks with Elisa of curing her other children of this vile sickness, but now she's about to have another child with it. So it's like no escaping this vampiric stuff. That's if she ends up pregnant, of course. Let me unlock the door. Um, so the queen is gonna go ahead and take a pregnancy test. Come on, Moira. So yeah, guys, there we go. Caleb might potentially become a father to a prince or princess. I'm hoping it's a prince, so that the queen won't have to have a daughter with with vampire. It'll be harder on her. I mean, I think it'll make for an interesting story if she ends up having a daughter, even after a daughter with vampiric blood, like more vampiric than her other children. Um, Considering she's been trying to run away from that, and now she's uh, potentially about to get pregnant again with another child that is a vampire, and it'll be worse if it's a daughter, because then it'll be a whole thing of her having to, yeah, the queen's pregnant, guys. It'll be a whole thing of having to basically cure this daughter, and if she has the influence of her vampire father, who's to say that she'll want to even get cured of what Queen Moira believes is a sickness? The vampires don't believe that they have a sickness. They are born this way, so why would they believe they are a sickness? But Moira, she kind of is a bit of a racist towards her own people, which are the vampires. And I can't blame her for that, because she was raised that way into believing that vampires are not the most best people in the world, despite the efforts of her father, trying to instill that out of her. But of course, he did not succeed in that. And now Caleb is going to be the father to her third born child. Oh my God. But she's told Caleb, and I think she's going to go ahead and leave him to his own devices. She does want to talk to Czar before she leaves, so I think I will go ahead and do that. I'm gonna get them to kind of come over here, away from Caleb. Um, I think she's going to basically tell Czar that essentially, of course, he is still her favorite and that she loves him, despite, of course, about to have another kid for another male. So I think that's what she's going to do right now. I'm sure Prince L, is very much fuming again, um, about the fact that his opportunity, his chance to become a father to a princess, is getting slimmer and slimmer, especially a princess that's like up in a high succession. Because right now we have one princess, so she's the only princess. But if the queen has another daughter, then she'll have a daughter that is second in line to the throne, which could definitely be dangerous, for L, of course, because I do believe that L wants a daughter of his own, so that his daughter could one day become queen. But Czar has already given the queen a daughter, a beautiful daughter who they named Orlin. But there we go. She's gonna go ahead and ask him about his day, which is good. And she wants to become friends with Sir Tristan, her future cousin-in-law by Nara. Interesting, Elian. That's interesting. But anyway, guys, my name is Ronald the Simmer, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.